Hi, I'm Priscilla, and we're here at Oakridge. Hi. You say hi? Hi. Hi.
Hello. It's me. Here we are.
And we are going to check on our gifting tree and maybe tell a few Bigfoot stories and maybe do some knocking, and we'll use the EMF and see if we can get any response.
Hi.
But it's going to be a very short video because we have important meetings tonight.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm fine. I just wore my flip-flops.
I left a banana on. Oh, I'll show you. It's not there.
It's not there.
It's not
I
there.
don't see a banana.
It's not there.
It's fine. Put it back in the car.
It's gone.
Wow.
It was right here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. And then
What's that? Was that a while ago? How long ago was that?
2 weekends ago.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I've been leaving gifts.
Did you just make this print with? Come here and look at this. Doesn't it? You see that? Isn't that strange? Or did you make that?
I don't know.
Looks like. Look at it.
Well, I definitely didn't do it with my hand.
I mean, it's a print, right? I just can't tell what it is.
Shoot.
No, it's not either. I'm gonna just take a picture of it.
We put a banana there 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ben set it up there. I came a week later and it was still there. Now it's gone. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go check over here. Oh.
Do you always leave stuff?
Yes.
Presents for them?
Okay, well, they still are not touching the peanut butter. My dad would say it's because of him. Oh, I was like,
Oh, it's a stone. Yeah.
so I left this stone. I had put it over here. But, so I was like, it took the stone.
Right.
But okay, it's still there. But there was a banana in this tree too.
Really?
Well, it's into the bananas.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, if they're primates, right?
Right.
That my first thought. I just wanted to leave bananas out because, you know, who doesn't
Still
love
not
a
touching the
banana?
peanut butter. So my dad would bring containers
Yeah.
that latch, you know, the
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Like the old-fashioned one.
yeah, and he had berry cobbler in it.
Uh huh.
It had opened it, licked it clean, sealed it, and put it back.
Is that right?
Yes.
I'd like more. I'd like more, please.
How polite.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I like that.
So the bananas are gone.
Today's my day. Usually every day is Emma's Pokemon day. I said today is Mom's Sasquatchin day. So.
Yeah. So this is where my dad sits for hours.
Really?
And he just plays.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
So how long has it been since he's been up here to play? Has it been a while or?
Oh, probably a week.
Oh, not long. So it's something he does like very often.
Yeah.
Got you. That's amazing.
Yeah. And he wants to come up tomorrow. So
Nice.
he's doing something.
Does he sense anything around him lately?
No. It's he really thinks that they're mad at him.
Yeah. Well, he has a personal relationship with them, and if they truly are, you know, like what do you want to call it, like sentient beings, I guess, then they would be able to feel, like he would be able to share that feeling with them, you know what I mean? So yeah, maybe they are mad at him. He could just feel it, like in the pit of his stomach, like I said when I came up here. I felt something in my
so
stomach.
he said, if I've offended you, and you know what to do to make me leave. And then there was a huge crash, and he was like, oh.
Got you.
So that's communication.
So,
Yes.
That's
It's interesting because I've never seen a Bigfoot, and I've seen like evidence, like I was talking about and stuff. But the whole reason why I got into Bigfoot is because I did not come from a Bigfooting family, so we didn't talk about stuff like that a lot, or aliens or anything. Like my family was like all about ghosts. You know, it was all ghost stuff. And so when I was 5, I started having reoccurring nightmares of Bigfoot. But I call them nightmares because it was scary to me because he was so huge in my dream. I was afraid of him, but he never did anything to hurt me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was just there, like almost like he was trying to mind speak with me. You know what I mean? So I had him until I was 19, and I was just, it was terrifying. So my aunt took me to a psychic, and we discussed, what this could be potentially. And they went away, and I didn't have another one for like 6 years.
wow.
And I was having them. I would have them like maybe 2 or 3 a month, and then not have them for 3 months or 4
I found
months.
this in the forest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Something off a machine.
yeah.
But then as I got older, and especially after I moved to the Pacific Northwest, I thought maybe it was calling me, and then my interest in Bigfoot got even bigger, And now I'm not afraid of anything. Like I'll go out just to get that answer because I'm looking for an answer. I'm not looking for a Bigfoot necessarily. I'm looking for an answer to something from my past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different.
I'm afraid of cougars.
I'm afraid of cougars. That's what I'm afraid of. Yep,
I'm
cougars.
not afraid of Bigfoot, but I am afraid of those cougars.
Yeah.
We have a lot of them up here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Out by Estacada, Mountain Neck Forest, that area.
I
A
bet.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid
We
of a
had
bear
one.
either.
So Ashley, the daughter you met at the shop, she was probably about 10. She was sitting on my lap. My husband's driving. We were in her Subaru, and we came down the road that we came in on, and we set out to find mountain lions. We're like, wouldn't that be cool? Let's go look for mountain lions. And mountain lion runs across the road, and we're like, oh shit, we found a mountain lion. And then we went like another mile, and there was a mountain lion, another one, pacing back and forth in the middle of the road. So my husband stops, and it brushes up against the front of the Subaru.
Oh, no.
The mountain bikes on that
Oh,
all the time,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we went to the game warden, and let's see, what was his name? I can't think of his last name. Marshall. His last name's Marshall. We went to Marshall, and we told him, we're like, hey, there's a mountain lion that is just hanging out on the road, and we just thought that you should know because somebody might be in danger.
That's,
And he said that it was either sick or it had a kill, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
was
I
protecting
was
the
going
kill.
to say, usually they're elusive.
That
Right?
makes sense.
You don't really see them.
Yeah, it was such strange behavior. It was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was down the Clackamas River out of Estacada, and I went up a Forest Service road, and I was in the Jeep, I had the sunroof open, all the windows down, just listening, and then I started hearing these meows, and I could see in the thickets on the right the silhouette of the mama
Oh, yeah?
with one in its mouth, and I heard
Oh.
meowing over there too.
Oh, my goodness.
It was taking
Taking
its
its
babies and putting them
babies.
across.
Oh.
And so I had just bought a video camera, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I rolled up all the windows, and I got out, and I'm like, that thing's gonna walk across the road like 20 feet behind me. And it did. I turned on my video camera, started recording, and I'm just like adrenaline's pumping through me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I get back to cell phone reception. I call a couple of my buddies that live in Idaho. You're not gonna believe what I got on video. Well, when I finally got the camera out and looked, I had hit start and stop, or
yeah.
record and stop. It's like, no.
I did that with my
You're
parabolic one
Too
night.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
when we went out to Mount St. Helens when we were searching for Bigfoot, I hit the start and stop on my parabolic microphone. Didn't get anything all night long.
Oh, no.
And it would have gotten that rock clapping too if I'd have, you know.
It's funny.
Yeah, I was so bummed.
Oh, about dreams. So my oldest sister, Judy, she used to have a dream that she'd be sitting on her grandparents' front porch, and across the road and over a little bit was Big Bend Road. And it was a bunch of farms down that road. And she would have this reoccurring dream where she's sitting there and this Bigfoot comes walking toward her, and she always freaked out.
Yeah.
And anyway, so she told herself in a dream one time, she said, you know what? I'm just going to talk to this Bigfoot. She said in the dream, it sat down next to her on the front porch, and they had a conversation, and she never had the dream again.
Right.
Interesting.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's
Wow.
what my aunt's friend told me. She said, why don't you just confront him and just tell him, look,
Yeah.
you're really scaring me. Please stop. And so I
Yeah,
did.
You can do that,
Yeah.
definitely.
And it went away until later. I think until it realized that I was ready for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably getting you ready.
Yeah. That's what I think.
My first dreams, before I even knew what Bigfoot was, I had dreams of this big hairy arm reaching in my bedroom window trying to grab me.
Was it a dream though, or was it like you know what I mean?
In my dream, it was like
Like-
one of the Muppets.
Oh wow.
And, but it was a Bigfoot, and then I finally
Wow.
I finally realized I could I always left my window open.
Are there any wolf dens here?
No.
No, not here. And anyway, I finally realized that I could sleep right underneath the windowsill. You know, wouldn't know I was there. It was like reaching in. It never went like that.
Wow.
So I remember like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here, and I knew I was safe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I never had any dreams like that.
I believe that because I've been talking to, indigenous people around the area, and they all say that if you see them in your dreams, then they're calling you. That's how they're communicating with you. You know.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, maybe a little longer, I was living in Yackle, Washington, and I was living by myself at the time, and I had two visions. They were like 2 nights apart. The first vision was of a I can't remember if it was the white one or the black one. Anyway, one vision was of a white Sasquatch person.
Oh, wow.
And it was standing in my backyard beyond the window of the bedroom I was sleeping in. And it was just standing there for me to see. But I couldn't see its face. The face is blurred out. And if I concentrated too much on its body, like I was staring at the feet would go blurry. I'd have to keep moving my eyes around. And then 2 nights later I had the same thing but with the dark one. And the dark one was younger. Yeah, that's how it was. It was the white one and the dark one. The white one was a younger, beautiful male, but I could see his face too. But if you concentrated too long, it
It would blur out.
blur away. And finally just went away, or I just went back to sleep. I was sleeping at the time, I'm sure. But
Right, but went
the
back
vision
into it.
went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Just two beautiful beings.
Do you live around here too, or?
I live just south of Roseburg right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Not far.
I'm about a couple hours away, almost 2
that's-
hours away.
That's not. Yeah, that's a nice area too.
Yeah, Roseburg is really squatchy too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We have a friend who he hunts over at in Glide.
Mhm.
Is that Glide over there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he's got a spot. It's his spot. He claimed it. He's like, this is the hot spot.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want to go anywhere else. You can't get him to go anywhere else. He wants to stay
Yeah.
right there.
So, when you head back home, do you go through Jasper?
No.
We go towards Eugene. So
Okay. So, did you see the Lowell Bridge?
Yes.
Okay. If
Yeah.
you make a right there,
Mm-hmm.
and then take Jasper Lowell Road, it'll take you into Springfield, and there's actually a shortcut to get back to Sweet Home.
Oh, good. You can tell me.
But so on Jasper Road is where I had my sighting 8 years ago. There's a Jasper Mill, and it's on the right hand side, and so there's a mountainside right behind the mill, and so it was probably a few hundred yards. Like, I mean, I seen it clear as day. It was tall and slender, so probably in between like 6.5, 7 feet. Short black hair, like a Doberman's hair. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't the big, big
might have been a
Sasquatch with
young one.
long hair. Yeah, it could have been juvenile. But it was running on that mountainside like a marathon runner on flat ground, but on the side of the mountain. And my husband's driving, and I'm watching it, and I watched it for probably like 10 seconds. I mean, and it was broad daylight. It was when
That's
we
a
were
long
having,
sighting,
That
actually.
Yeah.
it is. It really is. Yeah.
and it was when we were having the fires in Eagle Creek area. So I mean, maybe it was moving because of that.
Could be.
I don't know, but I saw it clear as day, and then I'm like trying to digest what I'm seeing, and then I finally get the words out of my mouth to my husband, and he's like dodging traffic because there was 2 cars stopped, and they were looking over in that way, and I'm like, I just seen a Bigfoot.
They saw him too.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, do you want me to turn around? I'm like, yes, but it's not going to be there. I mean,
Right.
it was so fast, So we turn around, and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
But,
Did you talk to the people who
no,
were?
no, and I don't know why. It was so terrible, and it's terrible that I didn't say something
What? That's
while I
okay.
was
Well, you're still
seeing.
I know, I know.
processing it.
I
And
know
they
how you
probably
feel.
are too.
Yeah.
Like, what did we just see?
Right. It's hard to react in those kinds of situations.
And my husband's
right?
like, yep. How about next time you see a Bigfoot, you say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next time.
But maybe have you ever thought about like putting out like an ad or something that says, were you at this place at this certain time, and did you see this? You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
can do a little video about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
could.
I think eventually the somebody that was there that same night
Mhm.
is going to come to your shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet you. Yeah.
That's what I think too. Like,
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Pam's experience.
I had somebody come to the shop and was like, I heard that there was a sighting over here in Jasper, and I was like,
Oh.
that was
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and then her friend Pam, she interviewed Pam, a month or so ago, and somebody came forward and experience Pam had years ago
yeah,
was there as a kid.
yeah, and this was like 30, 40,
Yeah,
40
yeah.
years ago, and like somebody
Was
had heard
camping in the
her
same
story,
place.
and then somebody had came on and told their story, and they were camping in the same place, and they were there at the same time and had the same experience.
Oh, that is cool.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
See what I mean about it, like bringing people together too? I mean, what else? What
does.
other kind of thing does that?
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I told a story about Tom Cantrell and his healing on his heart in my camp that I organized one year.
Yeah.
Have you heard his story about that?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's in the Bigfoot Highway book if you have that one.
Oh,
Joe Bueller's
I
book.
don't.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, yeah, he had his heart healed 3 nights in a row, and the first night we all showed up in caravan to my spot out past Bagby Hot Springs. And I told my friend Jim, I said, Jim, we're going to be taking Tom out of here in the back of your pickup. He looks like death. And he had a little walker, and then
Is he an elderly guy or?
he must have been in his mid-60s, got home. Not too old, no.
Yeah.
My age. Anyway,
We're
well,
all
I'm in the low
pushing
60s.
that, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so he, anyway, I won't go into all the details, but the next day, it's like he came out of the tent without the walker, and by the 3rd day, he was a new man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and so somebody saw one of my interviews and heard that story. I get a letter in the mail a few weeks ago. So this guy must have looked me up you know, online and found my address.
Yeah.
And anyway, he gave me his name, email, and phone number, and said he's been suffering from cancer, and watched some interview that I talked about healing, and so I ended up talking to him on the phone, and then I put him in touch with Chris Kramer, guy who tried to chop his whole hand off at his job one time and screwed his whole hand up, but he got a healing done out in the woods, and he's gonna say Sasquatch did some healing.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, his hand's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
And then, and so he ended up talking to the same guy. I got them in touch with each other, and then Angelique talked to him on the phone for a couple hours too. And after all this cancer he's had, now he's got a brain tumor
Oh
of some
no.
kind. And so he goes, Jeff, I don't want to die. And anyway, he's going to come to the festival.
Nice.
Interesting.
And I said, I will see you at the festival for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think
Anyway.
it was a combination of the hot springs? Have you been in them?
It had nothing to do with the hot springs. Yeah, we weren't at Bagby Hot Springs. We were beyond it. Maybe a couple miles of the crow flies.
Gotcha.
Right.
I
Right.
gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been out there to the hot springs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've
Wow.
only hiked up there a few times. I used to drive out there all the time, and then I didn't want to leave my vehicle down there because people get, you know, the windows bashed in.
Well, yeah.
But they had
and
a
back in the day,
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
they had a camp host there. Well, in 2009, I woke up early on a Columbus Day holiday. I worked for the post office, and I woke up like at some ridiculous hour, like 4 o'clock in the morning, wide awake on my day off. And then a couple hours later, I'm on the computer, probably looking at Bigfoot stuff, and I got this voice in my head it said, "Go to Bagby Hot Springs." And I was like, "What?" Nobody else was in my apartment but me. And so a couple hours later, I said, "I'm gonna obey that command. I'm gonna go." So I hiked all the way up. It took me a long time to hike up because I was looking all around. I'm like, "I'm gonna see a Bigfoot. I'm gonna see a Bigfoot," and I didn't see anything. And so I get up there to where all the tubs were. And I'm like, well, all right, I give up on the Bigfoot thing. Let me just check out the tubs. So I'm checking out all the tubs, and then I turn around and I look. There's a little slope coming down. There's Bigfoot tracks,
Oh,
Wow.
and I was like, oh my gosh! So
You were meant to
that
so I
see
is-
saw my
that.
first Bigfoot tracks.
Wow.
yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
That is something.
Yeah.
One more story.
Oh, yeah, it's getting late.
So this spot was secret. My dad wouldn't even tell me. Would not let me know where it is.
It
Yeah.
was special.
Me and my husband, we drive in the woods and drink our coffee and just go, explore the mountain roads.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, go back. I really want to go to the spot. He's like, okay. So we go up there. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Which it's right around the corner. Same group, okay? But it's right around the corner. And I'm like, this is so beautiful. It's so squatchy. And I want to go get my dad and bring him back here. And it's like, okay. So we drive back to town, get my dad, and he's like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm like, no, I want to show you this place. We're going to camp here tonight. And he's like, okay, fine. He comes up here with us and he goes, who told you? I'm like, what? He's like, no, seriously, who told you? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, hold on. He walks out into the woods, grabs his gifting bag,
Oh
and
my
brings
God.
it back. And he's like, this is my spot.
Wow.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Hilarious.
so
Oh my God.
that mental
Yep.
um,
Yeah.
mind speak or whatever you want to call it. That
Right.
some people call it being zapped.
Yeah.
Out of all the national forest that's here, and it's like,
And
really?
you found the
And you
spot.
end up there.
That was meant to be. Yeah.
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 So he never told me.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I totally believe in you know, whatever it is, there's just something about them that's
Yeah.
spiritual and
I do
grounded.
believe that too,
and
and I believe in mind to speak as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Could have been a billion other spots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's wrap this up and
Alrighty.
get ready for our meeting.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.